What's going on, everybody? See, it's week 9. We're at week 9 of the NFL 2014 season. Before we go on to my predictions or my picks for this week, particularly for the NFL season, if you have not yet, please check out my NBA 2014-2015 NBA season preview. That should be somewhere in my videos, obviously. Just click on the channel, you should find it there. It's all good and everything. I know it's a little long, but kind of expected to be a little long. But anyways, let's try not to make this too long. All right. So tomorrow we got the Thursday night football game. The San Diego Superchargers go Chargers go going to Denver to take on Omaha Pirates. Then Peyton Manning, the Denver Broncos. And as you guys remember last year on a Thursday night game, the San Diego Superchargers went to Denver and upsetted the Denver Broncos in Denver. Of course, the game happened in the playoffs, and yeah, it was all Peyton and company. Yeah. But moving on. Um, Honestly, if the Chargers weren't as banged up as they are now, I honestly would go with the upset. I would go with the Chargers. But I think with all the injuries, particularly at the defensive, position, particularly, Flowers out, it's most likely out. That's going to hurt the Chargers because then it starts becoming a shootout. Then it has to be all Philip Rivers, giving it to Keenan Allen, giving it to Antonio Gates, giving it to Malcolm Floyd, giving it to Eddie Royal. And those are not bad targets for Philip Rivers that we've seen this year. He's kind of put up, some may argue possibly an MVP-like year. However, it's kind of hard when you have Peyton Manning, future Hall of Famer, on the other side of the field who has Wes Welker, the robotic, man-made tight end in Julius Thomas, Demarius Thomas, and Emmanuel Sanders to boot. So it's not easy for the Chargers, and I think again, if the Chargers didn't have so many injuries on the defensive side of the field, I'd go with the Chargers without a problem. But I think the injuries will get too much, so I do think the Broncos will win this game, and I'll give it to Denver. Next, we go on to the Sunday games. We have the Detroit Lions, who could possibly have Calvin Johnson, Megatron back, going to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. And oh my God, the Falcons just suck. The NFC South is so pathetic right now, it's not even funny. I heard it on Fox Sports Radio on iHeartRadio today. They said that the NFC South makes the freaking AFC East look like a freaking beast of a division. That's how sad the NFC South is. Like, oh my God. Moving on though. Why the Falcons? Their offensive line sucks. Their defense sucks. Matt Ryan's too damn skinny. Go with the Lions. Okay. They said the Buffalo Bills going to New York to kind of Jets. Jets. And a lot of people are picking the Bills in this one, but as a guy whose favorite team is the AFC East, I know a lot about the AFC East, obviously. The Bills always lose in freaking MetLife and freaking, in New York with the Jets. But the game's in Buffalo, the Jets lose in Buffalo, and vice versa happens when the Bills go to take on the Jets. So I'm going with the Jets. Obviously, the Jets had quite a few rests since Thursday Night Football, and they looked rather impressive against my Patriots. So I'm going with the Jets on this one, especially since no C.J. Spiller, no Fred Jackson. They're going to have, what, Anthony Dixon and Bryce Brown running the ball? Ugh. Anyways, next you got the Chicago Bears. Going to take on the Patriots, and yeah. Brandon Marshall apparently hates everybody, including Jay Cutler. Well, that's one plus for me as a Patriots fan. This chemistry issues going on with the Bears, so yeah, if they self-destruct, yay for me. But anyways, obviously this game being Foxborough, you gotta give the advantage to the Patriots just like that because obviously the Patriots are a good team at home. I do, however, as a Patriot fan, I do get scared of Alshon Jeffrey. I get scared of Brandon Marshall. Matt Forte could have a really big game. And, of course, you don't know what you're going to get at Jay Cutler. One game, Jay Cutler could look like one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League today. The next week, it's like, I don't know why. That offensive line did get better. Not much, but still, it's relatively better than it's been in previous years. So, I don't know. But because it's in Foxborough, I think, that Thursday night scare will wake up the Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots in New England. Next, you got the Baltimore Ravens going to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. How about this? Remember when the Bengals were undefeated? Remember they were 3-0? Yeah, ever since that, 0-2-1, 2 losses and a tie. Which to me, I'm like Stephen A. Smith. When you tie a game, it might as well be a loss because it's like that embarrassing. But moving on. The Ravens are quietly doing well. Joe Flacco and company doing pretty well for himself. Freaking Steve Smith Sr. Get rid of Senior. He's playing like a freaking junior out there. Like, god damn, he's playing like he's freaking 26 years old. Jesus, man. And the Bengals, they're ever since AJ Green's been injured, and this is what I'm talking about, people. I'm so sick and tired of people saying Andy Dalton's such a great quarterback. He's gonna be great. He's amazing. You take AJ Green on the lineup, he is an average quarterback at best. He is nothing. Don't believe me? He made the Indianapolis Colts defense look like the 1985 Chicago Bears, alright? I know that's maybe a little bit dramatic, but good lord, you can't score against the Colts defense. I know the Colts defense has gotten better recent weeks, but damn. So, that being said, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they're red hot right now, and the Bengals, yeah. So, anyways, going to, we got the Houston Texans in Tennessee to take on the Titans. Texans, of course, God, I don't know what the hell they were doing on Monday Night Football. I mean, for a quarter and a half, I looked like a genius picking the Texans. But no! They allow what? 24 points in less than 3 minutes? What the hell is that? Anyways, the Titans are not a good team. Granted, they almost won, but granted, Colt McCoy, out of all people, Colt McCoy beat them. Like, damn. I think the Texans will rebound. They will go to 500. Shut up, dog. Go with the Texans. They set the St. Louis Rams, who barely snuck in a very controversial way, beating the Seattle Seahawks at home, going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs, who just came off of a big victory on the road against the Chargers. And I think the Chiefs will win this game. The Rams, it seems like, I know the Rams have 2 wins in the season, but let's face it, all those wins have been complete utter luck. A blown call against Seattle. If it wasn't for Mike Evans getting injured within less than 15 seconds to go, and if Lovie Smith and company actually had a timeout to spare, you could make a case that the Rams should be 0-6 right now. But anyways, and then you could say they could possibly should have beat the Dallas Cowboys at home. But anyways, I'm going with the Chiefs. Next, you got the Miami Dolphins going to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, who beat the Cleveland Browns at home. Congratulations, Jaguars fans. You got your first win of the season. Technically, record-wise, you are not the worst team in the NFL. You're like the second. Anyways, the Miami Dolphins, they're a perfect example of a 500 team. Because literally 1 week they'll look amazing, they'll look good. Ryan Tannehill will look like he's progressing and that defense is scary. The next week they will fall flat on their asses, okay? So, with that being said, I am going to go with the Dolphins. Oh my god, dog, shut up. It's a pit bull. What do you expect? Okay, now you got the Minnesota Vikings on the road take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of these horrible teams has to win. So, with that being said, oh gosh, what the hell do you pick in this game? Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, I know people were saying, oh, the Minnesota Vikings offensive line sucks. If the offensive line sucks so bad, why is Jeff McKinnon running for like over 100 yards last week? Someone explain that to me, please. And then with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you look at their offense and say, oh, this should be good. Mike Glennon's a decent quarterback. Nathan Jackson has, is a solid veteran wide receiver. Mike Evans is a good young wide receiver talent. Doug Martin is not a bad running back. Oh, wait, Doug Martin is struggling this year. So, I think this is a game that Tampa will take at home. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Next, you got the Seattle Seahawks on the road taking on the Panthers. It's panic time for Seattle. Everyone thought they were going to lose 2 or 3 games. They've already lost 3. We're only in week 9. And week 8, excuse me. Oh my god, the sky is falling. No Percy Harvin. Type Waddle's the number 1 receiver. I don't know what to say to the Seahawks. I think they will win this. I think they'll barely win. And the reason why I say they'll win is because the NFC South sucks. Okay? Because that division is going to be like what the NFC West was. Remember when the Seahawks Except for years ago when they won a division, when they were, what, 7-9? Yeah, when they had that horrible record. We could have a horrible record team coming out of the NFC South going to the playoffs, having home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs, all because they won the division. The division sucked. How pathetic is that? Moving on. I think the Seahawks will win. Okay. Next, you got the Philadelphia Eagles going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. A lot of people are saying, oh, the Eagles are going to win this, man. I mean, Darren Sproles, Nick Foles, they got a great team, man. Sean McCoy, he's had like one good game all season. Yeah, Eagles. You know, I'm sitting here going, yeah, the Cardinals have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Let's see how Nick Foles, Mr. I never throw interceptions, even though I've thrown more already this year than I did all of last year, against the Arizona Cardinals defense. Yeah, I know Carson Palmer is not as great as he used to be. He's past his prime. But you still got Larry Fitzgerald. Michael Floyd, is coming out of, he's starting to develop pretty well. Josh Brown is becoming a nice target for Carson Palmer and company. Andre Ellington's doing okay, but still you got to worry about that defense. And they got a pretty good young, accurate kicker down in Arizona, in Glendale. Scottsdale. So, moving on, the Cardinals will win. Next, you got the Oakland Raiders, who literally are the worst team in the NFL. Congratulations, Raider fans. Going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Cleveland's a pretty good home team, and, they obviously had a tough loss last week, but I think this week they will rebound, and the Raiders will go 0-7. Then you got the Indianapolis Colts. Rah. Andrew Luck. 5-2. Remember when everyone thought the Colts were done? Started the season 0-2. Oh no, the Colts are making the playoffs. They're 0-2. They've won 5 straight games since then, guys. Going to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. There, Roethlisberger. My God. I mean, when I was watching the Monday Night Football game past Monday, just made it. Man, did Ben Roethlisberger get fat? I mean, seriously, I know he wasn't the skinniest guy coming out of college, and he's started to break out in the NFL. It seems like that guy's gotten fatter. I don't know why. At least like those thick quarterbacks. But anyways, I know the Steelers, they looked impressive on Monday Night Football. They're gonna lose this one because freaking the Steelers are too inconsistent. All right, they are too much of an inconsistent team. One week they'll look like the Dolphins. They'll look great. Next week it's like, oh my God. So go with the Colts, and then we move on to the Sunday night game. Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad man, going to New Orleans, taking on Drew Brees and the 2-4 Saints. What the hell? 2-4 Saints, that's right. Who dey? I don't know what's going on with the Saints. And I think this is the game where, people usually say, myself usually, the Saints never lose in the Dome. This is the game that they finally lose in the Dome, meeting the Saints, because the Saints are just so screwed up right now. They pass the ball way too many times, and they don't have any bad running backs. I mean, Pierre Thomas, Ingram, those aren't that bad of a running backs, but, Sean Payton and Drew Brees are like, screw you all, we're going to throw a football 59 times a game. See how that works going for, especially with Rob Ryan's horrible defense, this year. So I'm going to go with the Packers, and last but not least, the Monday Night Football game. We could have the returning RG3. It is possible, but as of right now, going to be Colt McCoy and the Washington Redskins taking on the 6-1 Cowboys. What the hell? Who saw this coming? Not me. That's for damn sure. 2 straight weeks I've picked against the Cowboys. I think this is the week I finally picked for them. Not just because they're facing a 2-5 team at home, but the Cowboys are looking impressive and they look good right now. But I'm just saying, I'm still waiting for that DeMarco Murray injury. He got a little banged up against the Giants. Granted, he came back, but he still got a little banged up. And remember, Tony Romo, Jerry Jones, Jason Garrett, the whole Cowboys team. What's the one month of the year they despise more than life itself? December. Just a month and a half away from that, guys. Just letting you know. Anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed my picks. Comment down below. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. God damn, I almost went 15 minutes with this. I apologize. So yeah, goodbye. Peace.